Now, Blazblue is a franchise that I wanted to play, but Guilty Gear just caught my eye more. And what I played from Blazblue was Cross Tag, and you already know what that game is like, piece of shit game. And just recently I got back into Central Fiction, and it's a pretty good game. I like the rollback completion; it makes it really nice. But it's not my favorite arcs this game. Plus R will always be the best, baby. My boy, the best. If you argue Plus R is better than Surge, you're stupid. Fuck you, Leon Massey. But when I was playing Central Fiction one time, I thought to myself, there's gotta be at least some bad Blazblue games. And last time we took a look at questionable Guilty Gear games, and now we're gonna do the same here. First off, we got the PSP ports of Calamity Trigger and Continuum Shift. I think it's extended, or it's two. It's got different names in some regions. But first of all, who is asking to play these games as a go? Can the PSP even handle these games? Let's find out. So, character select, it looks bad. It's not as bad as Guilty Gear X Advance, but still pretty bad. Even Dust Strikers character select screen looked better, and that was on DS. These sprites look awful. This looks like if I put Central Fiction on very low settings. I hate to say this, but even Dust Strikers have better looking sprites. A game on a portable, well, a weaker console look better. How is that possible? For some reason the character voice lines are compressed. I don't see the point for that, since the PSP has way more storage than the DS game cartridge. And the cutscenes aren't compressed, so the voice lines shouldn't be. I don't know. I kind of just saw that as pointless. Now for the gameplay, surprisingly, it controls just like the actual game. Everything works just fine. Now it could be just because I'm playing this on an emulator. Maybe playing on an actual PSP D-pad would probably not feel as good. But if you have played that version on actual hardware, please let me know in the comments. I would try it on my actual modded PSP, but I kind of broke that thing playing Rain Man. Now the AI is pretty dumb. It's not as bad as Guilty Gear X's AI, which is extremely brain dead for some reason, but it's not good either. Though Hakumen and No 14 did put up a fight, so I'll give him that. Now all the extra modes are here from the PS3 version. Score Attack, Score Attack. Legion is this weird game mode where you beat up a character and they're now your backup, and if they die you can't use them again. And that's pretty much Calamity Trigger. It's not all that great. I don't know, the terrible visuals just ruin it for me. Just seeing this picture of Ragna compared to the actual game, it just doesn't sit well. And why would you want to play this portably? Who are you gonna play this with? You're really gonna run with your friend and be like, hey, yo, you wanna play Calamity Trigger on PSP? Be like, yeah, let's go. No, you're not gonna do that. You're just gonna go, I don't know, couch co-op and play with them. Now for Continuum Shift, it's more or less the same as Calamity Trigger, except the visuals are even worse. How do you even manage to do that? It's a new game. There's some new game modes. First one is Unlimited Mars. You ever wanted to fight an unlimited character? Well, now you can, and it's not fun at all. This is beyond arcade game bullshit, so I don't know. If you are a masochist, you'll probably like this mode. Second new game mode is BBQ. What the fuck is that? Barbecue? Am I gonna go grilling with Ragna? It's quizzes. Who wants to play quizzes in a fighting game? Since the text is in Japanese, I can't read it, so I'm just blind guessing, and I somehow get them right. I don't know, I'm just built different or something. The fact that this is even a game mode, it's just baffling. Last game mode is Abyss, which basically, you ever played that one game mode in Persona 4 Arena Ultimax where they try to put Persona's RPG element into a fighting game? It's basically that, but even worse. So that's Continuum Shift, and it's arguably even worse than Calamity Trigger. The visuals are worse, the game mode's stuck. It's don't even bother. Alright, what's next? Oh my fucking god, it's a phone game. Really? Of all the platforms you could have pick a fucking phone game. I'm sorry, but I refuse to play a fighting game on the phone. But I am not gonna leave you guys unsatisfied. I have a friend who has played it, so let me bring him on. Alright guys, Maya's bread. Say hi, Maya.
Hey y'all, Maya here.
So tell us about this game, Maya.
Okay, so some Chinese company decided to make a Blazblue beat 'em up mobile game. For some reason, and I'm here to talk about it because I've been begging Cisco to make this video for like a month. Of us just fucking around in science fiction.
Yeah. Just tell us about the game.
And this game was actually my first Blazblue game I played, and I thought it was okay from what I remember.
How'd you even find this game?
Basically found this because I was searching for games on the App Store. I had a huge mobile game craze at the moment.
That's a weird way to discover Blazblue, but you got it.
You basically play as any Blazblue character from Fantasma, Calamity, Bullet, Lychee, Arcune, and a few more characters. That was never in it for some reason, and you go on beat the shit out of people. Own 3 attack buttons and a left and right movement button. And for some reason, some characters have different moveset entirely. Aquaman and Azrael especially. Azrael has fucking fire moves for some reason, which makes sense for a mobile game with only 3 attack buttons. But at least try to keep it in character. And in this game, I think uses only new sprites for the enemies minus the characters, like the dolls, etc.
Come to think of it, that's what Iska and Judgment did basically. Except those weren't fucking phone games.
The way you unlock more characters is getting shards for them. For missions, gotchas, rewards, etc. I fucking hate this way of unlocking characters. It's so fucking boring having to grind hard just to unlock a character. You need to have 5 characters for PvP. It's like a KOF team battle.
Now you see why I didn't want to play this game, viewers?
On another note, this game looks horrible. It looks like one of those like Chinese mobile games you see wandering the App Store.
It looks better than the PSP ports, but that's not saying much. And this game kind of reminds me of those shitty gacha games where you do the exact same thing. But at least in that game you have more to work with. This just looks like a mindless button masher.
This game adapts Blazblue's story from Calamity to Fantasma. It does a pretty okay job, I guess. They're still in VN-like cutscenes for some reason. Some characters that aren't playable in the game still show up in the story mode as a normal enemy. Like Tsubaki, which is real weird. This is all I think I can say about the game. Other than shit. And thanks for Cisco for having me here.
This is what I'm fucking doing with my life. Talking about shitty spin-offs about a series that like 5 people have played. Alright, last game we got is Blazblue Clone Fantasma, a joke named to Chrono Fantasma. Well, I kinda rather be playing that than this already. So first off, it's using that chibi art style from Continuum Shift and that cross tag have, which is a red flag already. And for the game, it's a mindless beat 'em up. Now the controls are okay, but the jump, it's bad. The jump is bad. So like, when you jump, you're like really floaty 1/2 of a second, and the other half you just go straight to the ground really fast. What's the point of that? So all you do is attack enemies. There's nothing else to it. It's just a mindless beat 'em up. Sometimes you get flying up the screen, which is pretty funny, but there's nothing else much to this game. No extra game modes, no gallery, no nothing. This game is just boring. They charge money for this. I actually rather play Guilty Gear Overlord than this shit. Even that game was more exciting. So those are the bad Blazblue games that I could cover. There were a few I wanted to cover, but I couldn't because I couldn't get my hands on them. Did you know there was a Blazblue card game that existed at one point? But that's the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.